Perfect. Continuing coverage here at Vauxhall Road with Chippenham match winner today, Alefe Santos. Alefe, last week it was a screamer. This one, individual brilliance. They both mean the same thing. The only difference is today it means you take home the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously last few weeks I haven't been playing, and obviously I had a chat with Cookie, and obviously I was asked to play midfield where I think I can get more goals than playing out wide. And today obviously it was a good goal from Griff, and then you've seen what happened 60th minute. Obviously he got sent off, but we had to dig deep, which he did. And obviously at the moment we've got great lads, and we're fighting for each other, and you can see that on the pitch. And obviously sometimes it's always good to get on the goal, like on the score sheet, which I have done for the last two games, and I'll look to continue to do that.
I think 90 minutes out yourself today, Alefe. I think another 90 minutes from yourself at Oxford, but I think the big one today was not just the work on the ball, it was tireless from you. Hard working midfield performance. You were always there, always on the cover. Every single pocket of space that Hemel looked to exploit down your side was shut out. I think interceptions were there. It almost looked as if different style of Alefe Santos play that we've seen so far. We've seen the expression, we've seen the flair, we've seen the goals, the assists. But I can't count the amount of times today that you were the one breaking up the play. It was almost Luke Russ-esque performance out there.
Yeah, obviously me and Rossi obviously got a great engine, and Cookie, that's why we're playing out there at the moment. And if Rossi's crossing, I got to get in the box. If I'm crossing, Rossi's got to get in the box. And when we went to 10 man, we had to do something different to get us up the pitch. And obviously I said to Cookie, look, I'm going to play a bit higher so we can get up. And obviously you can see that I carried the ball quite far up the pitch. We've got some great crosses. We should score from 3 of them that I put in. But obviously it's 2-0 and it's 3 points at the end of the day. And a lot of people think coming here is a tough place, and we come here and we've got 3 points, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah, I was going to mention about the crosses and the work down that right hand side. I mean, I sort of lost count the amount of times today that I'm shouting great ball out, great knock, and watching his opportunities sort of almost looked like it was going to go begging a little bit. Pars hitting the post, Hanksy hitting the post, those crosses not quite getting the odd toe, the odd head that they required, and then it almost sort of felt like a real poignant moment where you sort of picked that ball up down the left hand side, and it was brilliant. The ball carrying ability to take the ball not only past 3 defenders into the penalty area, but as soon as you're there, tight angle, the keeper's shown you the smallest amount of goal, and you've managed to dink it under and cue celebration. Yeah,
obviously I didn't think they was going to track me, to be fair, and then I took 3 players on, and then I went into the box. I was like, where can I go? Obviously I had no angle to shoot, and he's obviously come at me, and all I can do is put it for his leg, which I did. And the celebration at the moment is all the time, but yeah, I've got to keep doing that every game.
Every time. And heading into the big one now, Alf, this is you and I have spoken in our own sort of personal circles about what it's like to be a part of derby games. You've been in some big ones down your career, obviously playing in the Football League and at the higher sort of echelon of non-league football in the National League. This one, your first encounter against Bath City, they're going to want you, and I tell you, they're going to like a player to like to sit the ball around people and take people on. You up for that one, mate?
Yeah, I'm always up for them big games. I think I'm a kind of big player when it comes to big games, so obviously I look to turn up and get another. If I don't get scored, I don't score, but I'll try to get assist or whatever I can do. But what we're going to aim to do is get 3 points and obviously beat them Boxing Day, and then we've got them New Year's Day again, and we've got to do the same thing that we're doing at the moment. I think a lot of teams at the moment are quite fond of us. We've not got a big group, but with the players we have and the spirit we have, I think we're going to go far.
Well, it's 3 games in December that I'm not sure that many people would have seen us taking 7 points from if you look at it on paper, but heading into the Bath game, if there's one way to paint yourself in Chippenham folklore and really get a crowd behind you and energised behind what you're doing, it's to stick one in the onion bag against Bath. I think it's made many a Chippenham legend. But Alefe, for now, we'll let you crack on, mate. Obviously we've got the celebrations in the bar afterwards. We'll go and grab a beer, and from all of us here, we wish you and your family a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on Boxing Day, young man.
And you guys.
Top man, what up? Continuing coverage here at Vauxhall Road, home of Hemel Hempstead, with Chippenham's first goal scorer today, Dan Griffiths. Dan, bit of a strange performance from yourself today, showing the real positives of the good side of Dan Griffiths, and then maybe the little bit of the impetuousness of the feisty youth side of it, and coming out and in the second half. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the goal. Obviously, we see what you could do against Billericay, opening up the account after coming back into the side. Today, it was a bit of a chance for yourself with Aguiar out, Parsons out, to come in and really rubber stamp that sort of partnership between you and Ola, you and Alefe. You've worked hard in pre-season to achieve, and after 20-25 minutes, there it was, slotted in on goal, and it was Dan Griffiths' time.
Yeah, obviously it was a great team performance first and foremost, and yeah, like you say, you just obviously Cookie picks a side, and you've got to just get on with it, and you've got to go out, and when you get your chance, you've got to take it. And today, I had a good half, like you said, and then second half let myself down a bit, but it's stuff I learn from. Yeah.
We'll touch on it, for the guys that obviously may or may not have seen at home. Obviously, we had quite a lot of listeners. I think Jamie told me it was up to 108 actually. I sort of briefly mentioned it was 68 beforehand, but 108 listeners at home, a good 15-20 of us here that did really get a sort of slight view of the incident, but it was quite a way away from us, and it just seemed like a sort of standard coming together. It was maybe a bit of a reaction to a poor challenge, but you've been doing that to you all afternoon, and it just a moment of rage, wasn't it, Griff?
Yeah, it's just one of them. It happens in football, really. There was a tackle on the halfway line, and obviously he's not happy with it. It's just a bit of a head-to-head, and that was it really. Just a bit of a moment of madness, but we'll learn from it.
Of course, it does now mean that we may lose you for the next few. Obviously, a couple of games coming up that are quite crucial. The 2 games against Bath, against Hungerford. It did sort of lead to rumours that a couple of us were having a little bit of chat there with the directors after that you've got plans over Christmas. So we'll ask you where you're going.
Nah, nowhere. No.
Stay.
Yeah.
We thought you might have booked like a holiday off in the sun somewhere, Griff. It's not very nice this cold weather. It can't be good for you.
Yeah, nah, it's a player I am. I don't hold back, and I don't. Do you know what I mean? I just go out there and obviously play my heart on my sleeve and get on with it.
Well, to be honest, Griff, apart from that brief moment, I think today was another really good performance from yourself. We started to see little flashes of sort of what you were about, certainly pre-season, when we saw that keen eye for goal and that real sort of cutting-edge mentality to get and drive at a player. I don't think it was just a goal. I think you probably had a good sort of 2 or 3 half chances beforehand as well. I think showing again that for a lad who's not the biggest on the pitch, the heading abilities there. We've really worked the goalkeeper off of another great Lawal delivery. I mean, a little touch on that boy. He's something special, isn't he?
It's great. Obviously, he's just a breath of fresh air in training. He's a good lad, and I enjoyed playing up there with him.
Good stuff. Well, Griff, we've grabbed you for your goal. It's a 2-0 win. It's 3 points. That's the main thing. Of course, you do get a little bit of a breather now, but it means you get to join us and sort of take it in the Derby atmosphere. But for now, Chippenham's goal scorer this afternoon, Dan Griffiths. Well done, sir. Finishing up the player coverage here at Vauxhall Road with Chippenham's man of the match. Although it wasn't announced on Twitter, it sort of went a few places, but certainly from all in attendance that were having a good conversation today, it was yourself that was given the award, Ola Lawal. Ola, second start for the Chippenham today. We've seen you off the bench a couple of times, but I mean today was unbelievable, mate.
Thank you very much. It was a good game today. The boys put in a great shift. We done well, and we just got the victory, and it was well deserved. So yeah.
Looked a little bit like it was going to be your day, Ola, from minute 1 to minute 90. It was a lot of hard running and a lot of hard effort. Obviously, the first key moment would be yourself threading the ball through for Dan to open the scoring. We've seen that a couple of times over the last couple of games now. Good work with Harry, with Ricky, with Dan today. Assists really sort of becoming quite prevalent now you've hit the first team. Has that always been a part of your career, Ola? Have you always been that playmaker? Because you looked like you were busting for a goal by the time you'd finished.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just like to create stuff and make things happen. And obviously getting an assist today will obviously help the team, and that's what I do. Obviously the goal will come soon. I can feel it.
I think we can all sort of see it coming, Ola. I mean, you had their fullback on toast today. I mean, the amount of times we were cruising through, in terms of ball carrying, I think there's not many people that can suggest that it's not one of the better we've seen at the club in recent times, Ola. The way that we're taking the ball at feet and running at defenders, it's scary.
Yeah, it is. It's just part of my attributes, and that's what I work on, and that's the type of player I am. So I'm happy he's coming off on the pitch, and obviously we're getting the win, and that's good.
Exactly that, and obviously we've seen Guy Smiley, we've seen the happy Ola that gets here in front of the camera after with a big smile on his face. It seemed to play that way as well. It's going to be a bit of a different game for you next time out, Ola. I'm sure obviously you've, based on this performance, it's got to be a shoe-in for the Bath City game. It's a massive game for the football club, and obviously coming to the academy quite recently, it might not necessarily be something that you're incredibly well versed in, but it's the only real local rival, and the games always tend to get a little bit heated, a little bit frayed, and we've not really seen a game like that out of you so far. Have you got that in your locker, mate? The other down and dirty, nitty gritty stuff, or is it going to be making them look silly?
Yeah, I've got that in me, and obviously I've heard that the boys have been telling me that Bath is a big game. Obviously it's the local rival, so listen, I just play my game, and obviously we get the victory next week and we keep going. Perfect.
Well, Ola, we'll let you crack on with your post-match celebrations, young man. For today, certainly from me, from the guys behind the goal, and from all of us at Blue Army TV, I thought it was a man of the match performance, and you know what? If it wasn't an official one, doesn't really matter. 10, 11 great players out there today. I think Griff, unfortunately, with the sending off, kind of writ himself out. But even with the goal from himself. But from all of us here, have a great Christmas, mate, and we'll see you on Boxing Day. Top man, mate. Well done.